Are you feeling pressured to get married to your boyfriend or just to somebody because you're about to turn 30 and you think that you're supposed to be married by that age? Or maybe you just turned 30 and you're thinking of marrying the guy you're with because, you know, he's good on paper. Well, I would like to share my personal story and urge you to please not marry Mr. Good on Paper. Don't marry Mr. Good on Paper. He is not the one for you, and you are not the one for him. And that's the important point here. I want to tell you the story about how I nearly married my Mr. Good on Paper and how I narrowly missed that, how I narrowly got away from that. But before I tell you that, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should not marry your Mr. Good on Paper either. First reason why you shouldn't marry Mr. Good on Paper is because he's a really good guy. That's why he is good on paper. Not only is he a really good guy, he probably has a lot of other things going for him. Like he probably has a really good job, he has good income, he has good manners, he loves your family love him, and so on. And there's a reason for that. It's because he's a good guy. And a good guy doesn't deserve somebody who probably doesn't love him for who he is, and who probably loves him because of all the things that make him good on paper, like that good job or the good looks or whatever it is. The second reason is it's because it's not fair to him. It's not fair to him that somebody marries him because of all those good things about him. It's really not a fair deal. I mean, if you look at it on the fairness scale, you're getting a lot from him. You're getting the support that he's promising to give you all of your life because, you know, he's a good guy, so of course he'll support you and he'll be loyal. But a part of you, it doesn't feel like that. A part of you knows you won't be giving him back all those things that he's giving to you. So it's really not fair to him. And because he's a good guy, you should try and remember to be fair to him too. The third reason is it's because you're not being honest with yourself. Are you honestly in love with Mr. Good on Paper? If you are, then you wouldn't be feeling this weirdness. You wouldn't be calling him Mr. Good on Paper. You would be calling him your one and only, or you would be calling him the love of your life. You wouldn't even be thinking that, oh, he's good on paper, so I should marry him, I should bag him up before, you know, I lose him or whatever. If you were honest with yourself about how much you love him or how much this relationship means to you or how this relationship is for you with this person, you would honestly admit that he is not the right one for you, and which means you're probably not the right one for him. If you're calling him good on paper, there's already a problem here. Acknowledge that and be respectful of that. Be respectful of him and of you. So my story about how I nearly married my Mr. Good on Paper, it's a long story and I don't want to give away too many details, but I was with this guy for years, couple of years, and it was a couple years before I turned 30, and he as well, and we were both, you know, together for long enough. We had moved in together, and all the steps were leading up to the marriage. And he is a really good guy, and he's the kind of guy who's got his head on his shoulders. So of course he was thinking of family and future and so on. And we, you know, he loved me and I loved him too, but not in the same way that he loved me, obviously. But he did care for me a lot, and he was getting ready to get married. And I just did not feel right. I knew he was good on paper, but I couldn't feel like I could love him unconditionally. There was something wrong. And at the same time, I loved him. I loved him enough to not be able to continue lying to him any longer about the real depth of my feelings. And in the end, you know, the only thing that did help me was a prayer. It was the first time that I consciously prayed. And at the time, I wasn't, you know, that comfortable praying to God. So I prayed to the universe. I said, universe, please help me to get out of the situation, because I knew that he was happy, but I wasn't. And that just felt so wrong and so unfair to him. It was like a lie. And that's not right. So I prayed for the first time ever, and within a couple of weeks I received the help I needed to be able to tell him. And then, you know, it turned out to be a really good thing for both of us. He went on, got married, and you know, I've had the chance to travel a lot and make a lot of my dreams come true in life. So that's a positive story for you of not marrying Mr. Good on Paper. When you have the courage to stop lying to yourself and to him, and when you have the courage to leave, and I know it's hard, it's really scary to leave something you know you're secure about, to leave your best friend, because your partner becomes your best friend even if he's not the one for you. It's so hard to do, but you should absolutely do it. Find the strength in yourself. You have it in you. Just dig it up, pull out the strength in yourself to do what it takes to leave, because you'll be setting him free. And you'll see that this will allow him to live the life with the right person. And that's okay, because your right person is out there too. Anyway, I hope this helped you. If you found this useful, please subscribe to my channel and head over to my website, thelifestir.com, and sign up for my newsletter. See you next time. Bye.